also watching me react to how TikTok's biggest Looksmaxxer was exposed as a predator, Hullo. So yeah, let's see how did he get exposed.
Once upon a time, Mason Hull, better known as Halu, was one of TikTok's biggest Looksmaxxing influencers. Halu had
Yeah, he was pretty big,
built a
bro.
follower base of over
I'm not gonna lie.
340,000 and had racked up over 13 million likes on the platform. Halu's content focused primarily on looksmaxxing, the act of fully optimizing one's appearance, no matter the cost. Halu's good looks attracted many young fans who would share their looksmaxxing progress in his comment section. Many of his fans even viewed Hullo as an idol, saying they wanted to be just like him. Hullo was truly on top of the world, or at the very least, the looksmaxxing world. This world, however, would tempt.
I mean, basically what he did is he was abusing like angles and lighting and yeah,
crashing down.
I guess that's it. Like that's what you need to do to become like one of the better looking people on like TikTok.
When on May 6, 2026, Hullo would be arrested on 15 counts of
Yeah.
with each count being
Insane.
punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Hullo was potentially looking at a life sentence.
But like, it's gonna be maxed to 5 years, but like he's not gonna get life sentence because he's only 18, bro. So yeah, that's.
Understand how we got here, however, we'll have to go back to the beginning.
But like most likely because his lawyer is Chayoma, he's maybe gonna get bailed out at $100K, but I don't know, bro. We'll see.
Hullo's claim to fame was his talent as a looksmaxxer, which according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary is the practice of taking one or more, sometimes extreme or dangerous measures intended to increase one's physical attractiveness. Although looksmaxxing is part of mainstream culture now, the history of looksmaxxing is much darker than you might think. The term looksmaxxing actually originates from incel and incel-adjacent forums. According to the official incel wiki, the term gained popularity on sites such as pickupartisthate.com, hate.com, and looksism.net. Together, this formed what incels refer to as PSL, which eventually served as the foundation for looksmaxxing. These looksmaxxing sites were eventually even used by notorious incels such as Elliot Rodger, who infamously was responsible for killing 6 people in 2024 based on his incel ideologies. Despite this, looksmaxxing continued to fly under the radar for nearly a decade until interest picked up again in 2024.
Yeah, it became a thing because, I mean, to be fair, there was a manhwa, and there's also like an anime out of this, but like lookism. But like looksmaxxing itself, yeah, on TikTok it became an
extremely hot.
It took quite a while to actually become a thing.
Topic in early 2026. This, of course, was largely due to the rise of looksmaxxing's biggest star, Clavicular. It had become nearly impossible to navigate the internet without seeing or hearing from the man. Clavicular had gotten so famous that there was a good chance even your granny had learned who he was, especially after he walked out on a 60-minute news interview. Clav's unique mix of looks, personality, and nonchalantness created the perfect blueprint for other looksmaxxers to follow. For Halu, Clav's rise to fame couldn't have come at a better time, as Halu himself was currently embarking on a looksmaxxing journey. Through non-stop mewing and mogging, Halu was able to build quite a large following for himself. Now that he had the fame, all Halu was missing was the fortune. This is where the Halu method came into play, Halu's looksmaxxing coaching website, available for just $25 a month. I want you to remember this number 25, as
I wonder how much money did they make from this. That's crazy.
We'll come into play again later for much different reasons.
Transform your body in 90 days.
Anyway, Halu had apparently personally coached over 2,000 men based on his lessons built from real-world results, scientific research, and thousands of hours of refinement. Halu's offer was truly too good to pass up, so $25 later, I was in. The course covered concepts such as mewing, jaw chewing, and neck elongation, each playing a part in effectively looksmaxxing. Additionally, Halu's course also offered lessons in facial optimization, grooming mastery, style and fashion, fitness and body composition, and confidence and presence. Most of the info in these courses, however, were very surface level and essentially just told you to floss or brush your teeth. There was not a single video, image, or even audio file to be found on the site. Hulu had clearly put zero effort into this course as he was preoccupied with other things, as you'll soon learn. One of these things was Halu meeting his girlfriend Liv. The couple met each other on TikTok, and within a few months began living together. At first, everything was smooth sailing, but slowly but surely, some red flags began to emerge. Let's hear the story from Liv herself.
Okay, so basically me and Mason had just gotten 2 little baby kitties, and on the day we got them, or the night that we got them, I looked through his search history, because you can see the dates of when he searched it. He was looking up like cat torture videos, like a couple times, like it wasn't just once, like he was trying to actually find something.
This was especially concerning because Liv and Halu had recently adopted 2 kitties together. However, perhaps blinded by young love, Liv and Halu continued their relationship until Liv discovered that Halu had someone.
I mean, it's crazy though. Like, why would he allow her to search his phone though?
of a cheating.
Like, if you do that shit though, cause that's crazy, bro. Teenage, I mean, I have no idea how old she was, but like, he was 18, bro. So it was a teenage relationship, and if you become that vulnerable, it's gonna be cooked, bro. Cause you're showing all of yourself to her.
Problem and decided to dig through his phone.
And if she didn't have access to whatever you were doing, bro, you would have never gotten off.
Oh.
So
basically, he was sleeping. I went
yeah, it's insane.
through his phone, didn't find anything, and I was like, that's not right. Like, he's cheated on all his girlfriends. So I dig pretty deeper, and I looked through Telegram and stuff, and I find an account, a couple of them, with inappropriate profile pictures. So immediately I click on it, and I find the prices, the packages he can buy. I find the links, I find the payments, I go to his PayPal, I connected the payments to the names in the chats.
Damn.
You can get teens, you can get children, you can get packages, you can get mega files.
Overall, these were some very strong allegations against Halu, but at the end of the day, did Liv have any proof? Well, take a look at the receipts yourself. Halu could be seen inquiring about CP.
Yeah, and what she did was, she literally got cheated on this dude, bro. Like, I think it was all because, like, she wanted the money out of this. I don't know. Like, she wanted either fame or money because, I don't know, why would you do this if you're, like, his girlfriend, bro? Like,
And group link.
It's kind of crazy.
He is then asked for his budget, and if you remember the magic number from earlier, you already know the answer. The horrifying nature of the content was absolutely a-okay with Halu, so as long as it didn't cross his real boundary, the $25 mark. After reading through and recording terrible messages like these, Liv immediately packed all her belongings up, left the house, and reported Halu to the police. Although the police did question Halu, he was ultimately let go, at least for now. This meant that at the time, Halu was still a free man, and currently
I mean, he's 100% gonna get, like, trust issues, bro. Like, he will never get a girlfriend, or he might never show his girlfriend his phone ever again, bro. Like, for sure, bro.
Because of this, Liv made expose posts on Instagram and TikTok to warn others online. She also said this.
People like him cannot be around children. They can't have that type of audience if they're not trustworthy. And I think it's important that people that do that kind of thing, it should be known. It absolutely should be known.
Despite all the damning allegations against him, to Hullo, this was all one big joke. Apparently, $25 CP videos were not something to be ashamed of, but rather celebrated and be farmed for content. Halu also denied all allegations, claiming Liv was using misleading information, and that with time, the truth will reveal itself. Shortly after this, Halu's story had caught the eye of one of YouTube's biggest predator catchers, Gideon. Gideon himself was no stranger to catching.
And Gideon said that he wanted to do this to maybe help Hullo to, like, maybe Hullo is not a predator, so he wants to do this for, like, to maybe help him, but, like, Gideon, I don't think he would ever do anything like that if it wasn't involved, like, him getting money, bro, cause why would he ever do this if he wouldn't, like, expose a predator? So
famous influence.
It's kind of stupid for Hullo to follow Gideon.
As just a few years back, he had infamously caught YouTuber EDP445.
Yeah, he should have kicked Gideon out of the house, bro.
Since then, Gideon had become one of YouTube's most popular pred catchers, a fact that he was well aware of. Because of this, Gideon knew that Halu knew that Gideon might be on his case. So to throw him off, Gideon posted in his public Discord saying the Halu situation
it's a nothing burger, it's fake.
was a nothing burger and that it was fake. However, this was merely a ploy to earn Halu's trust, which as you'll see soon, seemed to work pretty well.
Yeah, crazy.
In reality, Gideon wouldn't rest until justice was served and Halu was behind bars.
Wait, holy.
To help him confront Halu, Gideon recruited Alex Rosen, another notorious predator catcher, best known for having arrests in all 50 US states. The two of them then flew to Florida to meet up with Liv, where she gave a recap on what had happened so far.
Went through his phone while he was sleeping. Basically, I found all, like, the links in the chat.
But why the fuck would she ever expose him though? Like, what does she get out of this?
Of all the CP
insane.
he was buying.
And you, like, literally saw CP?
I clicked on.
I literally saw.
Because I wanted to see what he was doing on his phone. I low-key just scrolled through it for a good 10 minutes. Like, I could literally hear my heart in my ears. And then I'm like, this is disgusting and serious. So I got my phone out and I recorded the chats. I got basically what I thought I needed. And I packed my stuff and I left before he woke up.
What age did it look like we're on there?
And under.
Was there any infants you saw?
Yeah. Like 3, I guess.
After listening to
that's insane, bro.
Liv's story, it was time to strike. With Liv's help, Gideon and Alex confronted Halu at his apartment, and after some convincing, he decided to share his side of the story.
I didn't even find you. For Telegram, you see people.
Through Telegram.
Like just on links.
So what were they advertising at first?
It'd be like normal, like, because I've just struggled with like stuff like that in my life.
Sure.
And it would just be on like the websites, like on links and stuff like that. Sometimes it'll be like pop-ups of ads and stuff. I was watching normal shit, and my body and my mind just got curious and craved more, I guess. I wasn't trying
got
to
curious.
Younger. I was honestly just trying to go for a little younger than I am.
As Jadian and Alex worked their magic, Hullo slowly revealed more and more of his deepest, darkest desires.
Did we pleasure ourselves to the videos?
Yeah, I just felt guilty about it after.
Like after you came?
Yeah, like after I just watched the videos and stuff. I just
So he admitted to everything. That is so stupid, but like...
felt guilty.
I mean, if you admit though, is it gonna get like a lighter justice? Like lighter sentence? I don't know.
I don't know, I just had to delete everything.
Hullo also described in detail, perhaps too much detail, what was going on in those disturbing videos.
I don't know, they would be just kind of like, if they were younger, they'd just be like acting like probably some bullshit they've seen online, just like acting like they're twerking, playing with themselves.
Crazy, bro.
What is playing with
Like,
yourself?
you know, like touching themselves. Like,
So like attention there.
yeah.
Okay, were these 10-year-old boys or these girls?
I mean, they kind of just be like sexualizing their body, just like, I don't know, like, it, like, for like when I seen for like a
fuck?
second, it'd just be like, I'm just going by, I don't know, they'd just be like showing off their body.
The more Hullo opened his mouth, the worse the things that came out of it became.
What's the youngest age that it looked like they cut the camera off themselves?
Maybe like teen.
What were they doing before that in those videos?
Acting like sexual, like, I don't know.
Okay, were they naked?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were showing
Yeah, showing their
all that stuff, okay.
I looked at it, I was like, just wow, and then like, I can't believe like that man.
Bro, why is
saying that
he
to her.
saying all of that?
What was the youngest age getting?
Like I said, maybe youngest would be 10, probably.
Did it seem like the kid wasn't paying in the video?
I mean, it seemed like they were probably just numb or up. It seemed like they weren't really saying anything.
Hullo also admitted that the famous $25 screenshot was indeed real.
The one
$25 max.
25 thing that everyone's saying on TikTok, it was like 20 videos or something like that, like a link, yeah, like you were saying.
With the allegations all but confirmed, Hullo opened up to Jadian.
Wait, so he got
regarding the extreme
scammed.
guilt
He literally got scammed. He made 25 for 20 videos. What the fuck?
he was feeling.
He literally got scammed. That's insane, bro.
I felt extremely guilty after, and I still do to this day. Even my mom, I've cried in her arms for like the past
Even his mom.
2 days now, but true.
Wow.
I just want it to get better because I don't want it to get worse.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, I obviously from my brain don't ever think I'd ever do anything to a little or like anybody.
Although Hullo claimed he would never do anything in person, in his own room, with the lights off and the door closed, it seemed to be a different story.
Did you make those videos with girls?
I guess my hand was on my dick like the whole time. I just everything.
Okay. Was your hand going up and down with the videos?
Yes.
Okay.
After hearing this, and all that had come before, Jadian and Alex decided they had enough evidence for a strong case, and wrapped up their interview with the TikToker.
Strong case.
Mason, no more talking, right? Last time? Okay. Never gonna do that again.
No, sir.
All the allegations were true, right?
Not all, but some, yes.
No, the child stuff was true, right?
Jadian, Alex, and Liv then headed to a
He
nearby
actually admitted to everything. That's insane, bro.
police station, explained the situation, and submitted
What the fuck, bro?
their interview with Mason as evidence. Now, I don't know much about Sarasota, but what I now do know is that the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office doesn't mess around. Only a few days later, on March 7th, 2026, the office released this statement. Detectives with the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office arrested a Sarasota man Wednesday, May 6th, following an investigation into the possession of CSAM. On April 30th, 2026, patrol deputies responded to a call for service involving a suspect possibly being in possession of CSAM. The suspect was identified as 18-year-old Mason Hull. Detectives with the Internet Crimes Against Children Unit responded to review the evidence and conduct interviews. Based on training and experience, investigators determined the materials appear to contain links to websites used to
You know what Hal means in my country? Loki means Hal means crazy, bro.
obtain
So
CSAM,
his name is basically like Mason or crazy, bro. Insane.
as well as conversations discussing payment for files. Hull's mobile device was seized at the conclusion of the interview to obtain a search warrant. On May 6, 2026, a signed arrest warrant was obtained charging Hull with 15
Damn, 15?
counts of possession of CSAM following the forensic examination of his mobile phone. This device contained images and videos depicting
Insane.
female between the ages of and 15 years old. Members of the tactical unit located Hull in the parking lot of his residence later that day and took him into custody. Last but not least, Hullo's booking information was also released. Mason Isaac Hull was arrested on May 6, 2026 in Sarasota. Information was also released.
How tall? 600 you. What does that mean, bro?
Mason-
Is that like...
Isaac Hull
I don't know.
was arrested on May 6, 2026 in Sarasota, Florida with 15 criminal charges, each carrying a bond of $7,500. In total, Mason was being held on a $112,500 bond.
What the fuck? That's insane.
However, courtesy of bad boy bail bonds, on May 8th, 2026, just 2 days later, Mason was released from jail. He will, however, be summoned to court on June 5th, 2026 for his first hearing. In the meantime, Halu has gone silent as a whistle on social media, and we haven't heard from him since.
So he privated everything.
Only time will tell what ends up happening to Halu's case.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. But yeah, I think that's it, bro. If you liked the video, drop a like, drop a sub, and yeah, join my Discord. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on my next video. Bye.